We are ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, longest draft ever.
Longest everything ever. Waiting and waiting. And drafting and drafting. And it's unfortunate we were supposed to get some other casters here to get the other semi-final caster out as well, but unfortunately Luminous and B-Balling aren't going to be with us, it appears. Luminous gone to class. So it's just us.
Yep.
But this is going to be a good game. I mean, you just said Reason with a couple of your mates from the UK in-house league and UK Dota.net against Infused, obviously a team that's been picked up and sponsored.
Yeah, I will give a little bit of background between these two teams though, guys, because the UK Dota community has now been around for pretty much 4 months. And Infused are the first UK Dota team to get picked up. And as far as recent gaming go, Will is one of the fellow admins with me on the UK Dota site. And his team were the ones that won the first ever UK Dota tournament that we ran in about 2 months ago now, I believe it was, maybe 3. Anyway, it was 3 tournaments ago. But yeah, we're going to go into the draft real quick. It's going to be an all-pick game because it's already happened. I had a sneak preview of the draft, and I'm going to leave it until all the heroes are selected because there are some interesting choices. But we are about to jump into the game. We're just waiting for one more person to pick up their hero. And then it will be Reason versus Infused. Reason will be on the Radiant, Infused on the Dire. And this is a best... Durka, this is a best of 1, right?
Yes, it is a best of 1.
Yeah. The format has changed to best of 1 semis and still best of 3 final.
Yeah, it's still best of 3 as far as I'm aware.
So we've definitely got 3 games, maybe 4 left on the cast today. But yes, good luck teams, and now we're going to quickly go over the heroes. So on the Radiance we have Thomas VP playing the Lifestealer. I believe that's actually busting, although I'm not sure. Jack is their usual solo mid player. He's going to be playing the Queen of Pain in the middle. Fade will be going down with the Lifestealer as Jakiro, and John L will be playing on the Shrek with him in that tri-lane. And finally Will, this is something to see. I don't think I've ever seen Will play a micro-intensive hero, but he's going to play the off-lane Lone Druid.
Now we're seeing a lot of Lone Druid here in this tournament. He's a very strong, solid hero, obviously with ulti able to tank up, and people really are showing off the ability to farm with him, getting Radiance, getting those big items up relatively quickly. Over on the other side we've got Infused. On the Naga we've got Coldy up on that top lane. In the mid we've actually got 3 people here. Invoker going to be soloing mid while next Sari. Invoker, Misfit Love, obviously we've seen him earlier on, and Rosarian on that Shadow Demon, heading down toward this bottom rune spot. And 142 on the spamming and spamming. Animation cancelling that thunderclap.
Oh dear. Yeah, and have you actually noticed the region on Misfit? Lazarian pulled him tangos. I think he did the same thing last game.
Yeah, he was running around with both sets of tangos about 20 minutes in. He didn't have to use a single one, I don't believe.
But this is scary. We've already seen this today. The Invoker combined up with the Shadow Demon. Once there's level 2 on that Shadow Demon and the Invoker's got 3 levels in Exort, then that's a lot of pain coming out. And at the moment, they're just trying to right-click the bear down as much as possible.
Yep, is that bear going to try and pull that creep wave out? Looks like it is.
The bear is so tanky though. It's so hard for them to bring it down. They're actually going to net it. They really want to kill this bear off. And doing so would be a big advantage for him. But Will, he's actually going to take the creep wave. And there's nothing that Infuse can do to stop this. They simply don't have enough damage. In fact, Lazarian's going to try and block it. But he doesn't. He just right-clicks the bear some more. And Will, he gets himself a free creep wave. Meanwhile, Naga has to tank one at the tower. But Will, he just has the bear to do so. In fact, no, he's pulled them to the camp. And that's really not what he wanted to do. He's pulled them into the small camp. So he does get 1 melee creep for himself. Definitely not what he intended, and the bear takes a lot of damage for it. And in the meantime, we have Jack going up middle lane versus Misfit Love. Classic matchup we've seen a few times in the UK Dota community previously.
Queen of Pain up against Invoker, and Exalt Invoker in itself not so strong against that Queen of Pain, but those pooled regen, as you pointed out earlier, definitely going to help out against that Shadow Strike Harass, which he has actually gone for.
Bottom lane, Fade. Looks like it wants to swipe path. It will do so on top of Genesis. The track stun, not quite timed right. Jono was just out of range. But this middle lane, I've seen Jack's Queen of Pain a lot, and quite frankly, a lot of people are scared of Jack's Quap. He will generally go Power Treads and get an Aghanim Scepter in about 15 minutes, and he's frightening people. And Will, he gets netted and he just questions what's happening. There will be a lot of banter coming between these teams during the course of this game. But they have a bit of history between each other. And this is a game that the viewers wanted to see as well, so I'm glad we're casting this one. But so far, Nakes, 9 for 4, winning the last hit battle. Beating the Naga by 1. And the bear is just causing so much trouble. Zarian's down to half health nearly because of it. And Ross just having an easy time. He's still got the bear available to resummon if he chooses to do so. But at the moment, absolutely no need.
That's some nice stacking pulling here on the bottom lane by Jakiro and Lashrak, able to get their experience and gold income going whilst the Brewmaster has been zoned out. That nice lane ward there from the Jakiro, able to keep him off that experience range. And Lifesteal, like you said, winning the last hit battle. 11 for 5 now, and he'll get the entirety of this creep wave. All of that gold there, all his. Signals come out, they want to pull that, get that creep equilibrium back towards that tier 1 tower for this Naga to farm more comfortably and to drain away any experience that this Lone Druid would get, because the lane has pushed towards his tier 1. Oh, the Shadow Demon looking towards that rune, but Queen of Pain just takes it, and he might actually die here. The Shadow
If
Demon.
Invoker's rotates, Invoker's actually rotated, but he's got Sunstrike available, level 2 Sunstrike. But yeah, it was quite funny there, because Lazarian as well as Jack, they both went to right-click each other and then both cancelled their animations. And then he was just like, screw you, I'm going to disrupt you. But meanwhile, Jack is coming into the middle lane. I don't know why he's just blinked past Misfit Love. I believe that might have been a misclick. Because he was cold snapped up, Misfit was right-clicking him, and he blinked towards Misfit's tower. Definitely a misclick from coming out there, but he pops the illusion rune and blinks, walks away. Meanwhile, there's some stacking going on in the top lane by Lazarian, as well as Sari getting 2 camps stacked at the same time. Pretty efficient method. And actually, this is the first game we've seen today where it's not been try versus try, or duo versus try. It's solo versus try in both situations. And at the moment, I do believe Reason are doing a better job, as Brewmaster has only just hit level 2, whereas Will is nearly level 4.
You can only see like a certain part of the screen. I don't know if the screen region's off, but you can't.
Fuck my life. Fixed. Sorry guys. And Jack is getting cold snapped up a lot, and he's going to be able to blink away safe enough. But the Sunstrike, nope. Jack's going to juke it. He knew it was coming. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to do that, and I completely missed the first blood. And
the shouts come out.
The shouts come out. Brewmaster goes down. It looked like it was an ice path combined with a Lestrak stun. They're both using clarity potions. And of course, Lifesteal using that open wounds.
An edict on cooldown as well.
So a lot of bursts coming out from this bottom lane. And as you heard on the Skype, I hope you heard it anyway, it was the shouting coming in the background. But I need to make sure you're still turned up. It's so hard to do audio levels while you're casting. But I'll turn you up a bit more. And now the push on the bottom tower starts to come. Jack's down here for the regen rune, which he's going to be very happy with looking at his bottle and his mana. And look at this bear in top lane. It's still pulling creeps around. Lazarian is having such a pain against this. Will controlling so well. And this means that Will gets an entire creep wave coming straight to his tower. Meanwhile, whilst Jack had flown in, he's had his boots flown into him now. And Misfit nearly finished 1 set of tangos. But he now has 3 points in that exort, and that means a 225 damage Sunstrike. If Will gets disrupted, it could end up being the death of him, providing that the Sunstrike's accurate and timed well. And now John Eldon Fade. Looks like I might want to go on the Brewmaster again. He's only level 3. In fact, he has got a bit more experience since dying. He's catching up with the Lone Druid, who managed to pull an entire creep wave around to himself, so he's very happy with his experience right now. Meanwhile, Nake's 28 for 9 compared to 25 for 5 of Naga Siren. So both teams farming very effectively on their hard carries right now. We see Naga Siren going for the Tranquil Boots, pretty standard build. Not sure what he's going to go afterwards, whether he goes into a Radiance or something else.
Yeah, we have seen quite often Tranquil Boots into Soul Ring so she can spam out that Riptide.
Jack, watch yourself, Jack. Lazarian and Sari, they're smoked up. And I want to kill this Queen of Pain. Misfits actually used one of his sets of tangos this game, which is surprising. But here comes the rotation. Lazarian, he's got the disruption ready. Jack is way overextended right now. Bit of a waste of disruption now because the cold snap's completely gone, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Sunstrike was definitely enough damage combined with the Soul Catcher.
There, yeah. Signals go out onto that tier 1 bot. Do they want to try and get this Brewmaster again?
The ping's actually coming out from the Infused. They want to defend it. It's peculiar. Thomas, he has his Hanamidas complete, so he's going to be very happy with his gold income soon. Meanwhile, the Bear's nearly dead on top lane for Will. He can recreate it at any point if he so wishes to do so.
Yeah, Naga wants to go in there and Riptide. A couple more hits, but that will be recreated.
Oh, here comes Misfit with a haste rune. Cold Snap's available. This should be the death of Will. He's only level 5. He can't switch to Druid form, and he will go down. And here comes Misfit's Snowball.
Yeah, 2 for 0, 1500 gold. Will he go for that Midas that you were mentioning earlier? Or will he try and get those? He's going to go get those phase boots from the side shop, most likely. Buy a TP, perhaps. Go back to mid lane. Nope, going to bottle up. Back into the side shop. There's the TP. Go back to mid. Yep, I thought he might do that. Decides to do it.
And now we'll return. And meanwhile, on bottom lane, They'll do some more pulling. In fact, that was a single pulse, so they're looking to push this bottom lane. They do have Leshrac on the side. Level 1 Edict at the moment, but he will pop level 4 very soon. In fact, he's not in range of experience, which he really should be right now. About 2 or 3 more creeps, and he'll pop level 4 and have level 2 Edict. And that means easy tower.
Lifestealer is level 6, he has his Midas up already, so it's not really that necessary for him to get all of this experience. It should be shared, like you said, to the Leshrac almost level 4. That would be a huge boost to his Edict damage if they do actually want to push this tier 1, which they are capable of with this siege creep.
Have you seen where Lazarian is right now? He was walking around behind the secret shop behind Will as well. And he looked like he was going to gank, but he chose not to in the end. And Brewmaster, he's actually gone into the jungle to farm the small camp, and he's going to hit level 6 fairly soon. He's 1 level off. And once he gets to that, we could see a great gank coming out from him. I'm interested to see how well 142 can run with the primal split. It's a real test of micro skills in this tournament today, apparently. And Lazarian is coming up behind Will. Will's overextending. He really wants the cannon creep, and he doesn't actually get it. And then Lazarian with the disruption. Soul Catcher on top. There's the Sunstrike, perfectly timed, but not enough damage now. Follow up from Coldy. Coldy had a net available, and he could have even slept to make sure that he got the net off. So he was not in range, and Misfit Love winning the rune battle, apparently.
And bottom tier 1 falls with that Leshrac. The Lifestealer obviously able to clear out that creep wave as well with the amount of damage he does. Jack not being able to pick up that rune as you called out. The illusion rune picked up by that Invoker running that bottle once again really is vital with those phase boots. If you don't go for the arcanes, I keep saying this, I've said it about 3 times today, but phase boots on Exalt Invoker, you're going to run into mana problems. So the bottle really is a good pick up there.
And Jack is running his standard quad build. I thought he had a little bit too little gold, but he's got his power treads on the courier. He will go straight into an Aghanims after this. Possibly a magic one first, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Will struggling to get into his tranquil boots there. Not doing so well on that lone druid off lane. Is he going to head back into the forest, try and pick up some levels in gold? Just hit that level 6 so he becomes a little bit tankier, a little bit more resilient on his lane so he can't get picked off quite as easily.
Sari and Lazarian are actually looking for him. They're smoked up and they want to find him, but instead they're going to go on Jack instead. I said instead twice in the same sentence. Brilliant. But Jack is actually moving back at a perfect time. Cold Snap will go ahead. He goes to blink. The disruption's there. Sunstrike, is it timed right? It is. Wow. The Impale was perfectly timed.
Yeah, it's the second time that Impale after disruption has been perfectly timed there for that Sunstrike to hit. Nix, nix, nix. Haha, yes, very good voice acting there from Valve. Nix is probably one of the most annoying ones.
Brewmaster, I don't know if it's just claps, but Lifestealer was down to just about 200 health there. And now they're going to push on the tier 2 tower. Edict's available for this one, level 2. So that's 25 damage for every explosion. 32 of those explosions, towers fall quickly. And it will go down, but Sari's rotating now. He's not quite level 6 yet. In fact, there's a lot of heroes here. Misfit, Love, and Lazarian. They're going to look for collateral right now. Well, Lazarian's going to check Roshan. Yeah, Fades. He's rotating into the wrong place. He's going to walk straight into Misfit, who has Deafening Blast right now. But unfortunately, he's got Alacrity as well. Where is Misfit going? Misfit's in a bad place. Leshrac is right next to him.
3, 4 with Deafening Blast. Oh, Leshrac's
Stun.
hit him.
Yep, Edict as well now. In fact, that's going to do some damage to the neutral creeps, which he doesn't want. Not going to be as much damage on Misfit. But Misfit now, he's got Ghost Walk, no mana. Barely short. And meanwhile, Brewmaster has his level 6 now. So he's going to return to base, get mana, come out, primal split. And Will...
Diffusal Blade.
Interesting choice. He's getting a lot of farm up here. I'm fairly surprised we're not seeing a Radiance build coming out.
Oh, rookie mistake from Jack. Not switching his treads to agility when bottling up.
Oh dear.
But he will go find that DD rune up top unless the Nyx stuns him. He won't be able to get there in time, surely. Surely. Oh, that's
he's going to pay for it though. He gets a DD rune, but it's... Oh god! The disruption comes out just to make sure. And Jakiro is going on Lazarian. And there's the split. Here comes the Brewmaster. 142 is definitely going to kill Fade. The question is, can he find John L or Jack on the side? In fact, he's not even sending the pandas up there, so a bit of a wasted primal split, really. It was a Jakiro that was kind of guaranteed to be dead.
Yeah, I think he slightly missed microed there, focusing on that Jakiro, getting the stun off, and then leaving a Storm Panda on the bottom of the hill. I'm not sure if he went to cast the Cyclone and got fogged, but the Storm Panda got stuck at the bottom of the ramp, and the rest of the heroes definitely did manage to run away.
And that's 2.5 minutes of our primal split now.
Lifestealer, Armlet.
The Naga Diffusal is on its way. Not quite recipe still to go, so 800 gold for her. And Jackie did go for the magic wand. He's got enough money for his point boost, so now it wouldn't surprise me if he buys this up. And Fade, he's got a lot of sentry wards on him.
Yeah, I think that's to preempt the Nyx turning 6, which is going to be very shortly.
And here comes the mid lane Dota. We see heroes grouped up for both teams. Reason have 3. And actually, they're going to try and find Lifestealer. Thomas needs to get out right now. Doesn't have a TP scroll on him. As you said, he does have his Armlet complete. Not quite his power treads. He's going to be fine anyway in the end. Nick's still looking for that level 6. So close. 98 experience off.
Yeah, and now the Lone Druid has hit 6. He's headed back up to this top lane. He's actually level 7, almost 8. Going to try and halt at this Nagas farm, but there's nothing really he can do to stop that Diffuser Blade coming in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
And Misfit, rightfully so, being cautious. The Invis rune was seen to be picked up by Jack there from Infused, so he knows he's around. So Misfit's in a very nice position, but in the end, this tower might take a fall. John L's got 3 points and he didn't know, so 37 damage per explosion. But he comes in, Alacrity, he wanted it, couldn't quite get it, and he still doesn't get revealed, so he's safe enough to be there. Nyx, Vendetta now. He got level 6. There's sentries everywhere. There are sentries everywhere, Sari. You're being attacked. He knows. He's going to back off now. I mean, on the top lane, Will's actually up to level 8 against the Naga Siren. He's managed to find some space for himself. And Naga now, she does have Diffusal. She actually picked up a Sage's mask, which is weird.
Well, the Lone Druid did actually go into the forest for about 3 minutes or so, just to get from that level 5 up to level 8, and then headed back up here when he realised he could actually hold his own.
In fact, he's going to right-click the Zerion a lot, and there's the Entangle coming out on Coldy. He's not going to be able to kill her on his own, but he will lose the bear right now if he doesn't micro this properly. Nope, bear's going to be fine. Resummons anyway. Now Jack, there's his point booster.
Yeah, exactly, as you said, I was just about to point that out as well. Hiding in that Roshan pit, going to that little shop spot where you can sort of put yourself into the cliff, buy something from there.
Well, he's actually been disrupted as well, so Catcher. Impale coming out, and that's his death. Nagasaring getting the last hit there. And now the turnaround, but Caldy says, go away. We are not having fun today. Using the sleep. All three. In fact, I might actually turn around and fight this one. The rotation has come up from Jack, and I expected some kind of turnaround. Misfit was here with full mana, pretty much. And although there was clarity's going out on all the other support heroes, and Azarian, he wants someone here. The net goes out on Thomas VP. He's going to rage. And the Sonic Wave hitting onto Sari is so low right now. The Shadow Demon already goes down. And the Shadow Blast helping. We do see the Broodlings coming out for Brewmaster here. And Misfit is getting right-clicked a lot by Thomas VP. But John L will go down. The Shrek with a stun, but Brewmaster will get the kill there. And then Thomas VP is looking for the Brewmaster. He wants the Earth Panda. Jack, he's getting stunned up. Sari with the Vendetta, doing a lot of damage. Mana Burn to finish him off. And then Will, he's stuck there in his normal form. And Sari, Thomas VP is just diving so deep for these. He does have his Omnitson on, and now the Purge coming out from Lazarian. Thomas has definitely outstayed his welcome, and that will be the death of him.
That fight could have gone either way at so many points there. I mean, the Cyclone from that Brewmaster on the Queen of Pain when she was about 100 health, and she popped down, popped her wand, came back into the fight, blinked into a dangerous position, got caught by the Nyx Vendetta into stun. Just everyone clicking all their spells as often as they can and dealing so much damage. I don't know if there was miscommunication from people getting a little bit too cocky, overextending from both sides, but I don't know who came out on top there.
Welcome to League of Legends Dota. If we have a look at the goal graph, it is going 4,000 away of reason, but that's got a lot to do with the fact that there's a Midas on their team. And also the XP, it's going completely the other way. 3,000 for Infused. And there's the Diffusal Blade for Nagasiren. Brewmaster now up to level 9, so he has max levels in that clap.
Yeah, about 900 away from a Blink Dagger if he so chooses to go that route. Arcane's up already on him, Smoke goes off now, but the Brewmaster on such low health, I don't think he's going to be engaging in anything.
Nah, the smoke for Brewmaster just so he can get back to base as fast as possible. And as Azarian gets revealed off by Fade, the Ice Path actually missing, and just a bit of Shadow Poison trade. And how is Jack looking on his farm? He's 1.8k away from the Aghanim Scepter now.
Yeah, something interesting to note is that the Invoker not going for that double Force Spirit build, middle lane engagement on that Shadow Demon. Queen of Pain, nice disruption there. Nyx though catches that Leshrac. One hit from the Invoker and he goes down. Can Invoker find other things here? Yes, Cold Snap goes down on that Jakiro, finishing him off with one more right click. Queen of Pain should manage to escape here. There's nothing left to catch him. The double damage on that Invoker is pretty dangerous. But yeah, I was just about to say, interesting to note that he hasn't gone for that 4-class 4 Exhort. He has in fact gone for Max Exhort, looking for a greater Deafening Blast and Chaos Meteor later on in the game rather than going for the double Force Spirits.
So this Invoker's looking to fight rather than push, basically. And also he's actually been using the Wex a lot more for the Alacrity. At the moment he's getting 70 bonus damage from Exhort and 30% attack speed. He is right-clicking like a freaking freight train right now. And he's actually going to rotate up and looking for Will once more. Level 80, he's gone for a Hood, so he's not looking for a Radiance this game. There's absolutely no way he'll go Radiance. 580 gold on him so far, and he's just not got enough farm on his off lane. I mean, well, they're going to lose this tier 1 Terran top lane unless they really want to defend it. John L has made the rotation, but there's nobody else here. In fact, the TPs are coming in now. Queen of Pain's on his way.
Yeah, they'll be able to deny this at the very least.
Yeah, definite deny. As long as they can keep the creep wave off it, which they will do so. Great deny for Will.
I wonder if this Lone Druid's going to call it quits and try go for a pipe or something. Just help out his team, get involved in these team fights, rather than go for a Radiance or damage output like Maelstrom. He does have Gloves of Haste up on the bear. Maelstrom is a possibility, but at the rate he's going, I don't think he's going to get that quick enough to cause any kind of impact here on this enemy side. Smoke goes out.
The line was actually drawn for everyone to go round, and they all just march down the lane anyway. They don't give a shit. They go straight for Will. Vendetta's coming in from Nyx, and he's in a lot of trouble. This should be the death of him. And it's going to be Sunstrike on top of it just to ensure his death. And Misfit is now on a killing spree.
Brewmaster has his dagger at that side shot.
And with good timing as well, because I believe the rotation could be coming. I'm not sure what. No, Fed and John just want to do some stacking, but that's a bit too late on that stack. Yeah, it's not going to stack. Just going to farm it instead. Supports jungling together, and then the Brewmaster, he TPs into mid lane. Level 10 up on him, very nearly 11. Once he gets that level 2 primal split, he gets 17-second duration, and also loses 20 seconds off the cooldown.
So a lot more powerful.
We will be interested to see if he goes for an Aghanim Scepter. Get that out for as long as possible. Duration on level 3 with Aghanim Scepter is 26 seconds.
Yep, and Naga going towards a Yasha now, into that Manta style. Not really tanking up that much. I guess there's not much he's afraid of on this Radiant side. Queen of Pain, Lifestealer, causing a lot of problems, but I don't know if they'll be able to have the damage output to actually finish her off at any point with that ultimate she has, and Snare obviously going through the rage of Lifestealer, and they are just pressuring this tier 1 tower.
Yep. And Jackson over 1,000 gold away from his Ags. And he's a bed to pop level 11 as well. And Misfit, he's just tanking the tower, but he does so much damage right there. Another DD rune up on him. Getting very lucky with the runes in this game.
Yeah, 3k up on him. Will he go into that full staff, or is he going to go for something fancy?
I reckon an Ags this game. With the build he's gone, with the minimum amount of quas, he wants to get his media, he wants to get his cold snap, he wants to get the, you know, every spell basically. Deafening Blast, Sunstrike. He's forced. Oh, okay. I'm going to shut up right now.
No, I agree.
It's alright.
With the build he's gone, that reduced cooldown, the no mana cost definitely would be. It would be good. It wouldn't be optimal because he really does need that mobility to try and get around these fights, especially with that Lifestealer. If he gets slowed by that, he wants to get out. He wants to bail on that, especially with Ice Path coming over the top of that possible Queen of Pain ulti as well. But I don't know. Aghanims wouldn't be terrible.
At the same time, he is going for the. With the Alacrity build, he does need the Force Staff to get in there to do the right clicks. If someone's running away from him, yes, he can keep up if he switches to X, but the Force Staff will guarantee it, and guarantees escape if he does catch up easily.
Yep, 3,000 gold up now on this Lifestealer as well. Armlet Midas 3k. I wonder what he's going to... I mean, Basher is a possibility, but then again, he could go for something like a Heart. We have seen things from Havost, from Na'Vi, something like a Mask of Madness, but I don't know if we'll see something so rash from this Reason side. No,
very much there. Mask of Madness to come out from Thomas. But fairly even so far. We look at the gold graph and he's just over 1,000, but the XP is more of the story. 3,500 going away in Infused right now, and they're looking to push this tier 1 tower in bottom lane, which is full health. But it's going to be a piece of cake. They're just going to trade now. Reason are going to the top lane. They want a tier 1 tower of their own. Meanwhile, Thomas is just farming the Ancients. He's getting as much farm as he possibly can. With a Courier and an Iron Branch sitting right next to him. Interesting.
Queen of Pain not far off the Aghanims now, about 700 gold after this tower, if she takes the last hit. Not far indeed. 1,200 up on the Lone Druid, and so many TPs coming out here.
Misfit instantly ice bathed. Genesis comes in, he blinks in, clap there. Will he split? He's not going to split yet. He gets right clicked by the bear. Slows him down. But we do have Vendetta on Sari. They're just going to go for the bear. Sunstrike and everything on this bear.
Oh, that poor spirit bear. Vendetta, Impale, Sunstrike, everything just spammed out on that bear. Take it down.
Man.
Take it down.
Kill that bloody bear.
Bottom lane pushing out for the dire side, so I don't know, they might put some pressure on this tier 2 at top, and that shouldn't be much of a trouble for them to take down. Yeah, 4-man rotation down to bottom lane. Lifestealer wants to farm that up. 3 guys in their own forest. I don't know if they'll be able to get up top to defend in time. There is no fortify. Signals come out.
Yeah, they want to defend this, but they're definitely not going to be able to right now. But the Shadow Poison coming out from Lazarian. It's a free tower, and I'm surprised Misfits. Okay, he picked up his bottle again. Surprised Misfit wasn't there to right click it. Oh, nearly. The bear nearly gets it. And once again, they're trying to kill the bear off. And if they kill this bear off now, which they will do so, there's not going to be a summon on it for a long time. 78 seconds and no bear for Will. This is huge.
Yeah, he tried a cheeky move there to deny the tower. Wasn't far off it, but still losing that bear with no more resummon. That's going to be difficult for them to hold the space.
This is Rack's potential.
Definitely is.
Without that bear there.
Jump in, clap, split, Leshrac, you're going down. Net and Cyclone. What?
Everything missing because the Cyclone just hasn't been brought down. Miss Micro coming out from 142. And Jack gets himself in the trees. He's safe. Throws out the Sonic Wave. Going to do a lot of damage. This area might actually find himself going down. He will be the first casualty of war in this engagement. And still we see Will spinning around. And yet they just keep on hammering down on this tower. Those Naga Siren illusions. They're going to go on Misfit now. The open wounds up on him. Impale doesn't do enough to slow him down. Will is just right clicking. And Scaldy says no.
If all else fails, Naga says no.
And a meteor just for good luck.
I mean, everything started going pretty badly when that Cyclone sent that Queen of Pain up in the air. They spent so much on her.
We do have some PC issues coming out for Will, apparently.
That ensnare, the Sunstrike, all cast down on that Queen of Pain, but the Cyclone saying nope to that. And then they dive past that tier 3 tower, trying to get some kills. Panda jumping in, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, it was huge miscommunication coming out between 142 and his team. He cycloned the Queen of Pain and never brought her down. So, like you said, everything missed. And I don't know if that was them talking badly or him not being able to get the micro off in time or anything like that. But then the same thing happened with Will in the back of play. They tried to get the Lone Druid and it was cycloned up and they just couldn't do anything. In the end, Shadow Demon died and Naga just said, get out, let's get out. And they did a fair amount of damage to the tier 3 towers. Down to 400 health. Not quite in deny range yet. And they're going to look to go in, look to go in again soon.
Yeah, it's getting late in the day, guys. I mean, my brain is starting to slow down, and I'm pretty sure Rabbit is as well.
Yeah.
We've cast a lot of games today.
8 hours so far. Number 3 to go.
But yeah, that puts the Queen of Pain not far away from her Aghanim Scepter, point booster. Ogre Club, 1700 gold in the bank. So that's another 220 gold, 215 gold until that Aghanims is up and ready to go. What level is she now, in fact? Yeah, level 12, getting ready to get to that level 16, where she's going to have a 40-second cooldown on that ultimate.
Yep.
It's going to be pretty dangerous. I mean, you saw in that last fight how much damage she did from in those trees. Blinked into the trees, got it on about 4 people. That brought down a Shadow Demon, got Leshrac, got Nyx and the Naga down to pretty low health. Sunstrike, where's that?
Cheeky, but it was a good attempt. But yeah, Jack was actually very smart in the way he played there. I just said he was spun up in the air and he had about 150 HP left and he blinked himself into a position in the trees which was just here. Right in that area. He managed to get in the trees, couldn't be targeted, couldn't be seen, through the Sonic Wave, blinked to safety. Did a lot of damage and it ended up being the death of Rosarian. And now finally, Will and his bear are reunited.
Yeah, Naga is not too far away from that Mandastal now. 23 minutes in, Diffusal level 1. Not used any charges yet though. She hasn't been able to get into a position to pick someone off, to slow them down away from a tower. They have been sort of being rampant down these lanes, pushing towers at will.
Well, I just had a really slow moment there. I looked at Will Stash and he's got a Mithril Hammer and I was like, BKB? What? And then I looked in the shop and it's Maelstrom. Of course it's Maelstrom. Oh dear. Apparently, by the way, the score at the moment is Hadoken 7, CMM 5 in the other game. So it sounds like that's a very close game as well. But yep, the 4 best teams go through to the semi-finals and we can't expect anything but good quality Dota right now.
Oh, look at that warding going on.
Everywhere. There are just little eyes everywhere. D-wards as well coming out from Infused. Just look at how many aggressive ward placements they have. They have the one here, which is obviously watching Ward's rotation. This one just run out for them, but that was such a great ward as well. And then there's like 3 in the areas around Roshan, just here, here, and here as well. So absolutely nowhere that Reason can go without being spotted so easily. They have no access to their own jungle. The only thing that would make it even better for them is if they put one on the high ground up here.
Queen of Pain does have her Aghanims finished. What do we have in Jakiro? Almost nothing. Something on the courier, possibly? Nope, that's the Maelstrom for that Lone Druid. Oh, we do have something coming to Jakiro. A TP scroll.
And this is exactly why all those wards are there. And bye-bye Rush. Aegis for Coldy or Misfit? I'm going to say Coldy. Yep.
Yeah, with the amount of DPS output there. Mantistar done, I assume? Yep, incoming Mantistar. That's going to be pretty dangerous now. I mean, Queen of Pain can't blink away from that ensnare. Lashrak, Jakiro, pretty dangerous with that DPS output.
And Jack's going to go refill his bottle because they know the fight's coming. Middle lane, clearing out the creeps. They're just probably going to storm down the middle, trying to head to tier 2. And this is where the engage gets really scary for them. What we're looking on Lifestealer at the moment, he does have his Basher as well as his Armlet. But that's it. He's got 4,000 gold on him. He really needs to spend some of that before the next fight. You don't think he's going... If he's going to Abyssal, he's got it. But I honestly wouldn't expect an Abyssal this early. He has to get back. He has to spend that money and he has to gain the fight. But instead, he's just going to try and push tier 2 tower. Trade him once more.
Does he want buyback? Because I reckon he should go Desolator just to try and pick off one of these heroes as quickly as he can. 2 or 3 hit the Shadow Demon, get that Invoker down, get that Nyx down, if possible. But is he going to be able to trade? No,
dual TP. Triple TP. Misfit. We have the Brewmaster as well, and they really want him. The Tornado's going to go off. The Clap's going to go off as well, but Rage TP. And 4 TPs. Wow. 700 gold spent by Infused, and the Zarian took about 20 seconds to get there. Just nothing they could do about that. 700 gold spent to try and stop this Lifestealer, and it was all gone down the drain. Well played there. And they actually managed to do a fair amount of damage to this tier 2 Terry. Got down to half health. Meanwhile, they did trade for the tier 2 Terry mid though. That's now gone. What's flying in now? Ghost Scepter for Misfit. And Urn of Shadows coming in for Lazarian. So not going straight for the... I've got another double damage rune on Misfit. Not going straight for the Aghanims then. I kind of expect him to, but he doesn't want Nakes to right click him to death like he did in the last fight.
Lone Druid as well. He doesn't want to get lucky entangled and make him, ruin his team fight. If he gets caught out away from the rest of his team and gets entangled, Lifestealer comes on him, then that Ghost Scepter really is a nice pickup.
The Maelstrom's now there as well for Will. But Thomas, please spend your money.
Is he still sitting on like 5k?
4,500.
What's he gonna buy?
This is Abyssal. Hyperstone. Interesting. So that's nearly an AC finish for him, and I believe 14 plus 2,700, and then
500 off.
3150 needs total, or 3250. I can't count. So yeah, very close to that one now. And now the push is coming tier 2 bottom. Infused just don't want to give any space to this Lifestealer, and rightly so. If we have a look at his net worth right now, he is in the lead by quite a way on top of Coldy. But Coldy with those illusions, they take down towers so quickly, especially with the Manta now. Manta illusions as well as mirror images, tower gets destroyed so quickly, especially if you put Alacrity on top of the main Naga Siren. And now here comes the push in. Thomas doesn't quite have enough money for his AC yet. A Jack, Tornado's going in. Just a bit of Shadow Poison, so nothing going to be followed up from the Tornado. And Saracen now with Vendetta as well, but doesn't feel like he can do much right now. They need to get in somehow. 142. He is going for that Aghanim Scepter, but only level 2 primal split right now. 4 levels to level 3. Or level 16.
And here comes the slow push. Here come the illusions. I was just about to say, what they're going to do is cast all these illusions and try and take down that tier 3 tower bit by bit. There isn't that much AoE here for this Radiant side. They do have the Queen of Pain Scream, which misses in fact.
And that's big. That's a lot of... Look at that tower falling. Fortify is available if they want to use it though, but they're choosing not to at this point. They probably will for the next push that's going to come in, most likely on the next creep wave.
Yep, Manta Style and Illusion Mirror Image will come off cooldown at approximately the same time. Creep wave is entering now.
Not going to have the mirror images for this one now.
About 5 seconds to go. Manta first, then send mirror images later. Maybe try and get the Queen of Pain to expand her AoE.
No, they wait until the next wave. But look at middle lane, it's actually pushing in the way of reason. The terror is full health, so it's not going to do a lot here, but it will start chipping away.
Top lane, tier 3 just fell to the creeps, and they just realised that siege creep, and how many range creeps? 5. 5 range creeps there, just hammering away at that tier 3.
This army. And now with all the illusions going in for Coldy, but they cleared them out fairly quickly. Wow, so no Fortify coming out, and they lose the tier 3 tower. And now Jack's here to clean up all those range creeps. Oh, I hear a Macropire. They really want to stop this push. They have a Fortify available. Why are they not using it? Unless it's a visual bug.
No, they do have Fortify.
Thomas, he gets perched. Genesis is blinked in. And they have to drop the screams. They have to drop the song straight away. And they all walk into Ice Path. Jack is taking a lot of damage on the Queen of Pain, but he does manage to blink out in time. They've tornadoed up the Lifestealer. And the Earth Panda, nearly dead. It will go down, and then Will is going to die now. The Aegis does go down. Invoker goes down as well as Nyx Assassin, though. This fight is actually going the way of reason. Will's going to survive unless Cody can get in there and stop this. But Jack is going to use his Scream and blink out. And then Brewmaster's back in. Lazarian's here as well. They disrupt on Cody, trying to keep him alive. But Thomas PP will not get the last hit. Will go away with John. Sunstrike nearly takes Jack out, but there's too many people around him to do effective enough damage. And then 142. Jack's going to be a little careful. One clap and he's dead here.
They won that fight for one reason and one reason only. 4-man splitter. That was ridiculous. Lifestealer jumping into a creep there, dealing loads of AoE damage on all of those heroes, spreading them out, killing everything. Lone Druid, he got focused down by that Naga, but he managed to get away on a beasting of health. That was absolutely ridiculous from Reason. Pulling out all the stops there. Look at the tier 3 tower. Invoker was stood there for ages trying to right-click that down. 35 health. Maybe that's the reason they didn't pop the Fortify. They wanted to bait them out, keep them there for as long as they could until they could actually engage on that fight. But really well played there from Reason. Infused getting a little bit cocky, getting a little bit overextended, but nonetheless, Reason doing very well.
We see the Spoils of War coming out now. Nearly a full mechanism complete for John. And there's the AC coming for Lifestealer with 1800 gold left over. And Ultimate Orb on Queen of Pain, so they win the fight and they get loads of items. Maelstrom's been done for a little while on Will. And what's Shakira looking at? Power Treads, nice, good job. But yeah, great split earth coming out from John L there. Caught so many people. Did you see how low health Will had? As well as Jack. And Jack was on the ball with his positioning. Every time he was dipped low, he'd blink out and he'd walk in and get the guys that are stunned. And make sure he wasn't in danger every time. And it was just great work overall.
I thought that Lone Druid was a goner. I mean, he was way out of position. But the amount of tankiness he does have, he stayed alive, stayed alive. The mana was all burnt down. Nyx almost finished him off with the mana burn. But they just couldn't do it, and then in came his team. In came that huge split earth, in came Lifestealer, dealing the AoE damage from his ultimate. How much damage did that actually do? 400 in a radius of 700. Catching all 4 of those heroes, nuking them down, then finishing them off, cleaning up.
Yeah, really well played.
3 minutes now until the next Roshan. I wonder who it's going to go to. Because Dire Warding is pretty spot on. Brilliant warding up from the Dire. Radiant Vision, not so great.
Yeah, they haven't had the space to go out yet though, but Jakiro is on it. He's got 2 observers on him, and I'm assuming the Strat does too. No, the Strat doesn't have any. He's got the Urn now. But yeah, Jakiro's about to go out on wards, and he's going to be completely safe to do so. There's nobody else around. They're going to ward themselves to prevent from Roshan, because of course Infused got the wards out first. They have the vision advantage. They know where Reason are going to ward themselves. This Sentry ward is pretty unfortunate by Jakiro there. It just about can't see this, and it just about can't see this. It's such a shame. I think that might be because of nighttime vision, but I'm not sure.
No, if they walked over that, no, it's definitely out of the range of that Sentry.
And check the top lane. Here comes Naga.
What's she got? Another Ultimate Orb. Surely not Lincoln's.
And where is Thomas getting his farm? Suddenly 3,500 gold.
It was only a couple of minutes ago we said he's got 4k gold. What are you going for? Oh, you're building an AC. Okay, fair enough. And now 3.7k once again. Will he go for a heart? Will he finish off that Abyssal Blade? He has the Bash already, obviously. He's had that since 15 minutes in. But this Invoker, lacking behind a little bit. He had a very early 4-staff, Phase Boots, Drums, Ghost Scepter, but 1,400 gold sitting on him. He has not kept up. Brewmaster, sorry, trying to go for that Aghanim Scepter. Not the most optimal item to go when it gets into this mid to late game. 33 minutes in is very nice once you get it at about 25, 26 minutes after that Blink Dagger. But you do have to get those kills to build up that gold income. And Nyx sitting on Arcanes and Drums, nothing really of utility on him. And
it's still a long way off level 16 as well. But Coldy, Infused are putting all their cards on Coldy now for this game.
Queen of Pain sitting.
He's ready.
In those trees, yeah, he definitely is ready. Will Infused actually push in here? No, Brewmaster TPing out. They're bailing on this, and instantly, Reason blinking out, looking for a straggler. Can they find one? Nope, TP out. Nyx, will they find him? Nope. They're just going to sit back, farm these creeps, hold their own.
4k gold on Nyx. Obviously buyback as well as something else, but I'm wondering what he's going to pick up. And Jack, definitely going for that sheep stick. Got the ultimate orb finished. Still a way away from that though. And I just said, I'm wondering what the Naga's actually going for here. Ultimate orb. It's got to be a Lincoln's. There's nothing else she'll go for. Unless we see a Skadi Naga. But that would be strange as hell, especially with Diffusal, of course.
Hex is a possibility, but I wouldn't say it would be a good possibility.
Not with Invoker on your team. who should probably be building towards that. In fact, has he got anything on the courier? Because he seems pretty poor.
That's what I was just saying. He hasn't actually kept up with the farm. He's got that Ghost Scepter and he's got nothing else after that except for this gem. He just spent 700 on it. Yeah, Lincoln Sphere.
Yep, complete. And then now Roshan is up. Scaling it out with the Forge Spirit, even though Sari's sitting there. And there's no ward for reason. And they're all in the middle lane. I'm not sure if they know the timer on this one. Maybe they haven't jotted it down. Maybe they should trade John L out for Farah.
I don't think they want to go. I was just about to say, I don't think they want to contest this, but maybe they've just realised and they do actually want to go for this. Roshan on half health.
Have you seen this Nyx illusion as well? This is beautiful.
Really well played.
It's going to run out, unfortunately, just as they get there. But it will see them. It will see them. And Rosh is nearly down. They have to go now if they want to.
Lifesteal are not smoked up, but the 4 teammates behind him are smoked up, walking straight over that sentry board.
They're all going to be seen, and they're going to back out from this one.
Naga sleep. Yeah, here we go.
Jack walking back in range of it. And there goes the split. Jack blinks out, gets the Sonic Wave off. It's on top of Coldie as well as Sari. And Coldie's going to drop instantly. A lot of damage coming out. The bear spinning in the air right now. Sari is going to go down. A lot of Pulse Nova damage coming out from John L right now. And nobody goes down for reason. Jack is going to pick up Lazarian on the back. Ice Path is perfect coming out from Fade. And Jack going to do the last right click. And this is an egg. It's going away of Lifestealer. And Reason are going to start pushing into the base.
Nice idea for that Naga ulti, but there's nothing to follow up. I mean, they've got that Invoker with the Chaos Meteor Deafening Blast, but without a Darkseer, without a Reverse Polarity, without Enigma, nothing to actually pull those heroes together to get that AoE DPS down. That Queen of Pain ultimate wrecked that Naga. Absolutely obliterated her off the face of the map.
Coldie was gone in 2 seconds.
Instantly.
Such a good fight for them. Their positioning was so perfect in the fight. Although Queen of Pain was on the high ground and walked back into the sleep, I noticed. I was like, oh, Jack, what are you doing? But the supports were so far at the back that they got caught at the very last moment of the sleep and they were nowhere near where the fight was happening. But because of that, they managed to get the Ice Path off in great time. The Split Earth was perfect. The Pulse Nova was fantastic. Coldie went down instantly. Brewmaster followed so quickly, even though it was split. And just a great fight overall for Reason, and this has put them in such a good position right now. Abyssal Bay can beat on Nakes. They take the tier 2 Terry mid lane. The gold graph has gone back in their favour after being nearly 4,000 down, and the XP graph is now 12,000 in the way of Reason.
Yeah, 605 GPM on that Lifestealer, 440 on the Naga, 355 and 351 respectively on the Queen of Pain and Invoker. I was complimenting Infused on their warding and map control and mobility. But there's one thing to say about that, and there's another thing to say about Reason's positioning. Like you were pointing out just now, their positioning this entire game has been spot on pretty much. There's been a couple of times where they've been caught out, but that's to be expected when people come in with smoke ganks against the Nyx Assassin coming in with that Vendetta, invisibility, and obviously the Shadow Demon disruption into Sunstrike. Really difficult to try and get away from that with that ensnare from Naga on top. But Reason have pulled out all the stops here, some really nice split earths, some exceptional ice paths. Their supports really are playing well.
You don't.
And I haven't even mentioned the Lifestealer with the amount of gold he's gained.
Have you seen Druid as well? You don't think he's getting a late ratings. He's got 3,400. But yeah, Lifestealer just bought the Abyssal, spent 3,800 on that, and now he's got 3.5 again. Net worth of 21,000 compared to the 16 of Naga. His farm is insane. 267 last hits in 38 minutes. It doesn't sound like a lot, but with a Midas on top of it and getting so many Ancients, it is an unreal amount of farm.
And the main reason for this is he's not dying. He's in all of these fights and he's not dying.
615 on him. In fact, I think he's the best one in terms of KDA. Yeah, 615 is the highest on the map right now.
Aghanim's is completed by the Brewmaster, but I don't see what it's going to help in these team fights. Queen of Pain able to blink away. Lifestealer obviously with that rage. Lone Druid being as tanky as he is, the Fire Pounder just isn't going to cut it. That Invoker still 1900 on him. What's he going to go for? He does have that 4 staff and Ghost Scepter, but he's had those for the past 10-15 minutes or so. Will he go towards Aghanim's, try and get out as many spells as he can in these team fights? Smoked up at top. Reason, what are you looking for? There's no one over there. Maybe they just wanted to cut the walking distance or cut the walking time up to the top lane, pressure that tier 2. It is on half health after that Lifestealer did push about 20 minutes ago, and they haven't touched it since.
Talking of not touching anything, have you seen Nike's bank account once again? Suddenly 3,500, next thing you know it's 4.5.
5.1k after killing that tower.
But meanwhile, bottom lane, this could be Rax. Reason, they've got a TP back instantly. Jack's in first. It's going to be followed up by Lone Druid, and then by the Lestrak, who cancels his TP. Lestrak, why have you cancelled it? The Rax aren't going to get touched in the end, though. Fade comes back too. So
That's
John
some
L
good
as well as the
counter-pressure there
bear.
from the Brewmaster and Naga. Mid and bot being pushed out.
Coldie's around. He's making more and more images. It really wouldn't surprise me now if we see a Heart of Taras coming up on Coldie. Heart of Taras, get those images in there. Get them to keep banging down on those barracks until they eventually fall. And it won't be a lot they can do to stop them.
Yeah, the Lincolns really did surprise me. I mean, what is there to be blocked? There's Lifesteal, Open Wounds, and Queen of Pain Shadow Strike. There's really not much else that gets blocked by that Lincolns. Even a BKB would be better if you want to try and block the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, the first fight he had with Lincolns was that Rashani died instantly. It didn't do anything for him. If he's gone for it for more damage than Butterfly, what are you doing, son? Butterfly, pretty much the same cost. A little bit more, of course. And it would have gave you a lot more. Evasion versus the Lifestealer and the Lone Druid and the Queen of Pain. As well as a lot more damage.
Something which would increase your DPS and give evasion against that Lifestealer and Druid, or something that gives you more tank ability against that Queen of Pain, you know?
Definitely a questionable choice. And still nothing bought up. 6,000 gold on Lifestealer, 3,800 on Will.
I wonder if he's going to buy travels and TP back into the fight if he does die. If he does die twice, I should say, seeing as he has the Aegis up.
And how long have we got left on this Aegis? So there's still about 3 minutes left on the Aegis as well. They need to try and push into the T3 now. And suddenly, it's Reason that are going into the base. It's going to get netted up by the Naga Siren and right-clicked by Misfit a lot, which is going to do a fair amount of damage. But this is Naxon. He really doesn't care. Ice Path goes out on Sari. The Blink comes in from Brewmaster. He splits up. Firepan and nearly dies instantly. But he will throw the Naxon into the air. Media going down on top of Will. And Will's taking a lot of damage. He's going to pop instantly now. Jakiro fade. Ice Path from a great distance coming out. And Jack managed to get his Sonic Wave off on everybody. And Misfit Love, Forstaff manages to keep him alive. He might drop from the Shadow Strike. But Fade now, he's getting taken down by Coldie. And this is a fight going the way of Infused. However, Invoker, he dies at the back of the fight and the gem's on the deck. But the next Assassin's gone down as well. And then 142, he's getting right-clicked by Leshrac. And Lifestealer is still alive. You can't bring this Lifestealer down. You've all got to run away. You can chase Jack all you want, but Lifestealer will tear through you. And John L is here. Split Earth on 2. Lazarian's trapped. And I'm surprised that Lifestealer doesn't go any further. Will bought back and he got himself back into the fight as well. Didn't pick up any new items, but he's here. And now Invoker has to buy back. They managed to keep the gem because nobody actually entered the base.
Infused played that fight 5v4 the entire time. 2 Cyclones on that Lifestealer. He was not in that fight at all. He was constantly in the air.
Will went down.
Didn't even give him a chance.
Will went down and so did Jakiro. I can't remember the player name. Fade. He went down as well. But of course, Will got back in the fight, and then when Lifestealer did come into the fight, 2 heroes died. The Nyx as well as Invoker, and Invoker having to buy back to get the gem. And now Invoker is very sad, sitting on 1,700 gold once again with the same items he's had for about 20 minutes.
Lifestealer, 7,000 gold.
Doesn't die again.
As well. Oh.
Successfully does so. Misfits Invis though. Interesting. I think he's going to try and find Will.
I don't think he can bring him down though with that cloak up.
No. 7,500 on Thomas. But Misfit is just being a scared right now. In fact, the courier!
Sneaky.
Oh, what was on that courier? I really want to know. I don't know what type of courier it is, please.
Tell us what was on it.
Well, didn't spend any gold. It was one of the supports or Jack. Jack, 1,500. Oh, Mystic Staff. That was his sheep stick. Jack's only got 1,500 gold on top of his ultimate orb. That must have been a sheep stick.
I think it was heading towards the secret shop. Or was it heading?
It was heading back from the secret shop.
That's
I definitely think that was a full sheep stick on there. 3 minutes without that now. We'll see when it respawns soon. Meanwhile, no new items on the Brewmaster. Shadow Demon has the mech finish and Sari, he's got drums. John L, he's got the mechanism finishing, going for the BKB on the Shrek as well. He's going to be enjoying that soon. Thomas, he spent some money, he's got the boots to travel, still got 6,000 gold though.
And here we go again, slow push on this bottom lane. Where's that Naga? Illusions at mid, pushing that out. Heading the real one to top, we're going to push that out. 3-lane push here.
But
The trouble is, without her at bottom lane, I don't know if they can actually withstand the power of the Reason side.
If the initiation comes in from Reason, then Infused loses a lot of heroes. Naga would not get there fast enough. She doesn't have boots to she does have boots to travel, never mind. My foot is in my mouth. So Naga can turn up and sleep if things get a bit too hairy, as long as there are creeps there, and there should always be creeps there. Wow, Smokeank actually coming out from Reason. They're going for next level tactics. They want to catch them. They know they're on the high ground. they're going to position themselves in a place where they can just get in there. Jack starts with a blink in. The Force Staff's coming out instantly. Sari's going to be the sacrificial lamb. He walks towards the Reason team just to draw the attention, but they leave him alone.
Top lane.
And that's why. Very smart play from Reason. Obviously, the Aghanims on Jack, level 19. They're using the Sonic Wave. It's not going to get netted. Misplay by Coldie there. And their bottom lane, the push is going to continue coming in from Infused. That was a great play from Sari there from Infused. He walks straight towards the Reason team and says, come on, kill me. So that Naga Siren can try and take down the barracks. But Reason, they've got their eye on the game. They get back to top lane. And they manage to defend the racks on both lanes.
Yeah, they're dealing really well with this multi-pronged pressure here. 3 guys at bot pushing out. Brewmaster has rotated to mid. And this Naga constantly pressuring on this top lane with those illusions. Buys up a Reaver now, finally going for that heart, not opting for that butterfly, trying to go tankier. But against the Lifestealer, I'm not sure this is the correct option anymore. Earlier on, possibly the heart would be good up against that Queen of Pain, Lone Druid, try and tank up as much as possible. But a heart against the Lifestealer, more damage for him to deal on here.
And now, going for a heart himself, he has that Reaver. He might actually go for a Satanic, who knows. But he's got a bit of travel and the push is going to come in now. I don't know if they want to enter the base. Sari goes in this. He goes on Jack, but Jack instantly blinks away before the stun can come out. And great split earth coming out from Lashak. A very preemptive spike carapace coming out from Sari as well. The stun. Tornado goes down quite a few, and the fight's just going to be drawn off again. And once again, Naga Siren is top. She's trying so hard to take his racks, but Jack is here constantly. He's using the screams every time, but now Coldie, he's actually managed to get it off this time, and there goes to sleep. But Thomas is raged up. The right clicks are going straight through Coldie, but the rage is going to run out soon. Jack, he blinks forward, not quite enough. Coldie's too fast with the Abyssal Travel, and Thomas not going to be able to keep up. He might be able to right-click him down. The stun, the bash comes out the Abyssal Blade, but they're losing the racks on bottom lane. They have to get there. The Macropyre is there to slow down the push, and then Will is here with the bear. Misfit Love actually had to use his Force Staff to get out. And
Naga
Genesis
has no buyback.
No buyback on Naga. 58 seconds. The bear's there. It's purged up. Misfit Love taking a lot of right clicks, but the bear will go down. But that Shadow Demon's purged now on cooldown. And Will, he can't resummon the bear. He's got 100 seconds without that bear in this fight. And this is where it becomes problematic. How are they going to stop this push now? They have Queen of Pain available, but Will, no bear for 100 seconds. No Naga for 40. It's pretty much even. Neither team can go in, but there is a Roshan there, and he does have cheese.
I'm betwixt myself.
Yep, Lifestealer buying up his heart now. He's going to be pushing out this top lane after pushing out mid. They do actually go for Roshan to infuse. The pings did come out from Orange Lifestealer. They wanted to go for that. But Naga down for another 25 seconds. Infused with the greater lanes pushed out. More map control, more wards. Everything observed.
And they're taking this slow enough. They have Invoker Illusions tanking it, and Naga could... Oh, they see the rotation. They see Fade on his way. Fade just wants the ward, though. Fade might get caught. He will not see Roshan coming out, actually. Ugh, not enough vision. Oh, the Invoker Illusion de-warding. That's brilliant. Sorry. By the way, an update on the other game. It's 21-16. And that's going away over Dokkan so far.
DD on Lifestealer. Can they make something happen here?
It's just going to take
was
Rosh.
chipped away a little bit.
400 damage on him. Invoker's there. He's got his meteor as well as his cold snap. They know he's in there, but what can they do to stop him right now? Thomas is just bashing this thing down. Brewmaster blinks in. Aegis is going to get picked up, though, by Queen of Pain. Jack in there with perfect timing. She's going to go down, but it won't make a difference. She manages to get the Sonic Wave off, and a lot of damage coming through. Macropyre is perfect. Cold is getting destroyed by the Macropyre. Force Staff coming out from Misfit Love to try and get him out of there. And then Jack is doing a lot of damage from the low ground. And where is Lifestealer right now? Lifestealer is chasing Lazarian. He's got his Ghost Scepter on him now. And now Sari. Lazarian's going to be able to TP out. Sari manages to get the Spike Carapace in time. Jack's going to be there. Scream's going to get him down. And Brewmaster is still split up. And Jakiro's trying to take the Broodings down. But Brewmaster, I believe he got out there because his Earth form was way out to the fight. But now, this is a big, big fight for Reason. They can start to push in. No, buyback is available on Nyx if they want to use it, so it can be another 5v5 fight. But I want to be careful because Jack, Sonic Wave just came back off cooldown.
The troubles here is going to be for the Invoker cooldowns. What spells does he have left to use? He's got EMP. Meter comes down 4, 3, 2, 1. Will he actually be using
Back
it?
to regen, he comes to sleep.
They're definitely getting ready for this.
There goes the meteor and the EMP. They've got to drop the sleep now. Jack manages to blink out in time. Brewmaster blinks in. Sonic Wave goes on all of them. Coldie is getting hit so hard right now. And it's just going to be the Brewmaster that falls so quickly. Sari's getting right-clicked to death by the bear as well as Thomas via VP. And then Lazarian, he's turned into a sheep. He's trying to run away. The Ice Wall will go down. He'll get hit by that. Scream of Pain as well on top of Coldie. And then Coldie's running. But where's Snakes? Snakes is on top of Misfit Love. He goes in Viz and manages to get away. But the tier 3 tower will go down. And they'll start working on the racks. Great fight coming out from Reason. Brewmaster, he's down. He has no buyback. Shadow Demon, he's down. He has no buyback. This is the first set of racks gone in the game. And surprisingly enough, it's taken by Reason after being on the back foot for the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, definitely a very nice comeback here. We say comeback because they have been on the back foot. They've been pressured on all fronts.
Oh, Diffusal, Blade going down on Fade. Is actually going to go down to the Naga Illusions. EMP as well going through all of them, and none of them have mana anymore. Reason wants to continue pushing, and in fact, Lifesteal is just going to go for it. He doesn't give a damn right now if he has no mana or not. He just wants to right click everything. Media going on top of him. And then they're just going to back off. They have no more mana. Jack has enough for a few more blinks and he'll be but a tornado is going to follow up. Infused do not want him to leave the base. Thomas, he's running away. He's got half health, but he will use the Armlet's game start back up. Sari getting the stun down. Jack, you really have no mana for anything right now. The Diffusal blade coming out from Cody. He'll blink himself into the trees to stay alive. Thomas VP taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have the Aegis, of course, because it's on Jack right now. In fact, no, Jack lost the Aegis. And then Thomas is on little health. All he said, just not enough. But will he go down the Impale? It will be enough. Next will go down. He will instantly buy back. No, thanks. But instead, they're just going to try and kill the bear off. Misfit, though, he's CP mad to base right now. And that will be the death of the bear. But he will be able to get himself back. And again, 100 seconds with that bear.
He does have 5.6k though, so not much of a big deal. I don't see Infused pushing out here anytime soon. They're just going to try and damage control, push their lanes out a little bit, contain themselves, farm up some more. Does Naga have her heart yet? No, 1900 gold there. No charges left on that Diffusal blade though. I wonder if she'll actually upgrade that, get those extra charges first. Signals come out onto that melee racks at top from the Reason side. They want those racks.
Yeah.
What about this Brewmaster? Picks up a Vlad's actually. 50 minutes in and he picks up a Vlad's. Shadow Demon with that Ghost Scepter. Very good pickup there.
The Vlad's is just for Naga. They have all their eggs in Naga's basket right now. Invoker, though, he does pick up a Yule Scepter, interestingly enough. A little bit surprised by that.
Well, what we've seen previously, Yule Scepter is a very good pickup against the Lone Druid Bear. It just takes him out of the fight for so long. We've seen the Cyclone being used by the Brewmaster, but that's taking the lifesteal around the fight. They want to play these fights as, get the numbers on their side, basically.
Get the supports down and take out the carries afterwards. But the question is, will they be able to take out these carries? They're getting into the circumstance where they are freaking ridiculous. Nakes is at full items. He has to sell his Midas now. He'll use it once more when he comes up. He'll sell it and he'll buy something big. Probably a Satanic, but he still has buyback. He decided to wait. He didn't care for the fact that he was down for 99 seconds because Infused was so pushed back that they just couldn't make an advance. Sure, they're going to start putting pressure on this tier, on the barracks on both top and bottom lane, but Nakes is alive now. And he just buys a Blink Dagger.
Yep. Fair enough. He needs that mobility. He keeps getting shut down by that ensnare and whatnot, so he wants to be trying to get into these fights, stop them shutting him down. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with a Blink Dagger.
4 staff, surely. But he's going to go in, he blinks on top of Misfit, and that's what a Blink Dagger's there. He's going to use the Pistol Blade on Misfit, try and take him down. This area now with a perfect disruption, but it doesn't matter, the Ice Wall goes on top. Brewmaster will split up. Sari is going to get taken down so easy right now. The Nakes actually goes into the air, and Sari's going to survive just about. He goes invisible, but now Brewmaster, he has just the Earth Panel left, and he's got to run away. But look at bottom lane, Jax versus Cody. We have TP coming back in my Lifestealer, and Cody, you've got to sing, but it's not going to matter. Thomas, he doesn't have a Pistol Blade for 30 seconds. He can't catch up, and the Zarian's there for backup anyway. And Thomas falls asleep. But top lane, they're still killing Brewmaster off. In that time, they're still killing the Brewmaster. The Scepter with level 3 ulti. And now Nazarian has been caught. Jack as well as Thomas are there. He's got the Ghost Scepter. He's actually going to put the Soul Catcher on Thomas, but it's not going to make a difference. And Naga Siren, where have you gone? You are back in middle lane and you...
Really, Nix?
Nix?
He was defending mid, but not very well, I've got to say. Dying to those creeps, even though the Naga was there. The gem gets dropped and picked up by the courier.
250 health on the tier 4 tower, one of them for Infused. They're starting to struggle now. The fights are really not going their way anymore. Lifestealer, again. Big shout out to my friend Cupcake who describes this hero as a time bomb because that's exactly what he was being in this game. However, I wouldn't say as much a time bomb as the fact that he's been a consistent factor in the entire game. Died only twice. He's going to get netted up now. And of course, the EMP is going to go on top of it, but he's just going to rage and really not give a damn. And then they're going in again.
Yeah, 3 heroes dead for another 10 seconds or so. They're going to go for this melee racks at top, and it really should not be a problem for them to take this down.
Sentry Ward dropped instantly as well by John. Every time they fight, they just drop these. And they got the Naga Illusions and Will. He's going to lose his bear again, but he's not going to really care too much. 15 seconds till he can resummon that bear, but Will's not playing a bear build. He doesn't care about his bear at this game. Oh, Cody. He's going to sink. Everyone's asleep. They're all grouped up nearby. What can I do with this? Lifestealer, he raises up. He jumps on top of Misfit. Misfit will die. No, the disruption from Lazarian's keeping him alive right now. 142, he's taking so much damage. Infused, sorry, Lazarian, he will. Jesus Christ, so many things. Oh, and he gets the split off. 142 gets the split off. The cooldown came up just in time. And Jackie's using the scream on top of everybody. And in fact, Lazarian did survive. He's back in base. Not Lazarian, Misfit Love. And Will is taking a lot of damage. He'll just about make it out. Or will he? No, Colder with the last right click. And Dire's Ancient is under attack. The creeps are taking the game. They have no idea. The creeps are going to finish this for reason. They are still fighting. They want to bring the snakes down. They have no idea. But the Ancient is on 1300 HP and the creeps are hammering it. There's free range creep. There's more coming up. And it's on 500 HP. The Ancient is going to go down and the game is going to go to reason. They had no idea. The announcer was calling it and they just carried on fighting.
I turned behind me and I'm looking at the guys watching the game like the creeps at the Ancient.
But what a game. Oh my god.
What a way to finish that game.
What a fantastic game. Well played to both Reason and Infused. Reason go through to the grand final. They will place the winner of I can't remember the names of the team now.
Cormus maybe.
Cormus maybe and a Dokkan. They will face the winner in the grand final. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to go die in a corner. We will have more games coming up soon. Don't go anywhere. Fuck my throat.